This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.
What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally, and I mean literally, does not work. It is, my God, we are 47 hours from right now. The Dallas Cowboys have to be cut down to 53 men, okay? And, you know, here's the thing that's really cool for me is being a Dallas Cowboy YouTuber because of Jerry Jones, it's easy, you know, because there's never a lack of content. There's never a lack of controversy. I don't know what it's like for other teams. I really and truly don't because, you know, we're always in the headlines, no matter if we win, lose, draw, whatever. So we're here, and we're getting ready to do our members Zoom-in call. Shout out to all of you members. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And also, too, if you're into gambling, or if you want to get into gambling, definitely check out BetUS because BetUS has that 125% matching. I'm trying to see if I can get my man Leo. See, I was explaining to Leo yesterday because he was like, why don't you go ahead and put $100 a week on your Eagles? He's like, I can't do that. I said, well, wait a minute, hold up. Wait. I said, you'll say you like to gamble. You like to do your $10, $20 bets and stuff like that. I said, you can do that. If you put in $2,000, you got $2,000 that you can put in for your regular bets, but you also have that matching of $2,500. So you could literally put $100 every week on your Eagles, and they could not cover, and you still have $800 more to bet with. So I got him thinking about that. But without further ado, let me get my panel in here and get talking with my good people here. What's up? Oh, my goodness. I see everybody's in here. Oh, my goodness. Everybody's coming in real quick. They're coming in hot right now. Oh, my goodness. And I was having a conversation here with Tyson. Tyson, man. See, look, Tyson has been fighting a good fight, and his screen just went black. And we were talking about how everybody is giving benefit of the doubt to Trey Lance. People who literally have trashed the Dallas Cowboys, you know, Dak Prescott said he's a bum, trade him, get rid of him, and everything else. They're kind of saying, oh, he just needs a little bit more work. He'll be better than Dak Prescott. We've been literally experimenting with this guy, and if we need the backup quarterback, Cooper Rush, he ain't had any playing time. And my man Tyson said he's been going through all the numbers, all the statistics and everything in here, and what he's found, Tyson, can you tell us what you found with all of your research? Because you've been doing your own research. He ain't listening. Look, he ain't even listening. And Walker Wade, I don't know why his trophies are upside down. Walker Wade literally said, pay Dak $60 million after last night. Walker Wade, how are you doing, man? What? I got nobody's sound.
Good. How you doing?
How are you feeling today after that game yesterday and words from our fearless leader, Jerry Wayne Jones?
Just got off Brian's channel arguing with these Eagles fans. I've been tired of this crap.
Okay. Shout out to Fashion Runway. I don't know how y'all feel about Brock Purdy, but could Jerry Jones be plotting to throw the mansion at him and let Dak walk if he doesn't get it done this season?
I heard that earlier. That is ridiculous. 49ers ain't going to give up Brock Purdy. That's stupid.
Well, I tell you what. You know what? If Jerry's going to go ahead and get Brock Purdy, I don't have a problem with that. As long as he gets George Kittle, as long as he gets Trent Williams, as long as he gets Deebo Samuels, as long as he gets Brandon Ayuk, right?
Shanahan.
Okay, and get Shanahan.
Mark,
if he's going to do that, okay.
Trey Lance. I'd rather have Brock Purdy than Trey Lance.
Well, no, I'm just saying. Because, see, what people don't seem to understand when they say go get Brock Purdy is they have to understand everything that goes along with him, along with that defense as well. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But Jerry Jones seems a little bit feisty and has kind of admitted that, you know, he's still pissed about the Green Bay game, and he is literally keeping people, not paying people at the moment because, you know, he's trying to make it uncomfortable. The funny thing is,
I will say this, though. This is a prove-it year for Dak in the aspect of, you in year 9, you got to at least win a couple playoff games.
I hear what you're saying, but when I look at Mike McCarthy and his press conferences, he don't look like he's worried about a job. When I look at Dak Prescott out there, as soon as practice is over, he's got Google with his baby and his wife and everything. He don't look like he's pressed. I see even CeeDee Lamb out there with pick up the phone, give us a call. I'm going to keep on grinding. It don't look like any of those guys are under any pressure. You know who looks like they're under pressure right now? Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones looks like the guy who's under pressure.
Shit, he is. The clock is ticking.
Yeah. There's Angry Cowboy. I wish I had a voice like Angry Cowboy. I'm glad you got your voice back, man, because I was worried a couple weeks ago.
Thank you.
Yeah. I was worried that maybe you come back and say, yeah, maybe I eat. It's like, let's hope his voice don't change like that. So
what's going on, guys?
So what is your thoughts, Angry Cowboys, about the Cowboys? And do you think there's going to be any surprise cuts on this roster?
I'm hearing a lot of feedback. Somebody, Now, what'd you say, Mark? I'm sorry.
It sounds like somebody's out in the wind.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wade, are you okay? Yes, Walker Wade. Okay. I was saying, how do you feel about the team, Jerry Jones, and do you think there's going to be any surprise cuts out here?
The surprise cut, I think that Royce Freeman's not going to make the team. Royce Freeman's not going to make the team. Deuce Vaughn is going to make the team.
I think you almost have to. I mean, Deuce came out being the fourth-rated running back in preseason. So you've got him playing really, really well. And I put out a video just about an hour ago because most of y'all probably have never heard of Joe Washington. Joe Washington, back in the 80s when the Commanders were the Redskins and they were good, they had John Riggins, but they had the change of pace back, which was Joe Washington. Joe Washington was about 5'9" and about 179 pounds. And he was quick. He was that scat back. He was that change of pace guy. And he was part of that offense that really made him go. And that's the kind of thing that it kind of reminds me of with Deuce. But Deuce is actually a little shorter, but he's a little stockier. Mm-hmm. And so, I think you need to make some packages for Deuce Vaughn. I mean, maybe I'm crazy, but I think that you kind of have to keep him and his dad working for the team. That's kind of uncomfortable, I think, if you cut him.
And that's just another thing that I have an issue with. And everybody says, oh, yeah, it's preseason. But I have found a newfound importance in preseason after watching it as thorough as I have this year. Like, preseason is important. And honestly, if you can't get the job done against Papa John's delivery workers.
Oh, no, he didn't say Papa John's. Damn.
You're not going to get it. You ain't going to get it against the first team.
Ooh.
It's not going to happen. And then you got Jerry Jones. I know what Jerry Jones's thought pattern is. It's pretty much, we're paying Trey Lance $5 million. So we're not going to pay you to hold the clipboard. We can have the $2 million.
You know what it feels like with Trey Lance is the Michael Gallup situation. They made the payment to Michael Gallup, and Michael Gallup shouldn't have been a starter last year. But they kept putting him out there because, we're paying this guy $13 million a year. We got to play him. And, Jerry last night defending him and saying, oh, yeah, he's not. What is he going to say? I was stupid for trading away a fourth-round draft pick for the guy. He's got to defend that, and so he's going to go ahead and fall on his sword on it. We shouldn't expect anything different. But I'm just sitting here thinking that I don't know that I want to see him on the field if Dak gets hurt. And now Cooper Rush has got 2 series in the preseason.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and as much as I would defend Dak, I would have these people come back and say, well, we got Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush did this, that, and the third. And now I'm sitting here saying, Cooper Rush has done this, that, and the third. Why do you want to just push him right out of the equation?
Yeah.
That's crazy. He
Cooper
came
Rush
in.
play a little more. He was getting a little tired of seeing Lance up there.
Oh, my God. It was hilarious, Walker, because you were ahead of me in the game. And every time, here we go, another Hall of Fame move. And I was like, uh-oh, here comes another interception. It's like, okay, there can't be. I was like, it can't be another. It can't. Oh, my God. It's like, it can't be another one. It was just over and over and over. It's like, seriously.
Best quarterback since Joe Montana.
It was crazy.
Montaigne.
It's game time, Brian in the house, man. Game time. I watched your show a bit. I just got back down here and I'm running around. It's like Drew. Damn.
He came on late and came in hot.
My bad.
He came in.
Listen, I have to give him credit.
Okay, go ahead. Give him credit. Why you got to give him credit?
Hold up. I'm getting back to Brad, who wants to ask me why I allow Drew on the show. Well, we had over almost 100 people in the chat. It's good for the channel every once in a while. So if you heard that, Brad. So it's good for the channel. It is. I like alternate opinions. We're going to light him up. Drew, Wade took care of him. Here's the deal with Drew, and everybody has to understand.
You got to make a sign for him like this.
He's fallen on his head a few times.
He thinks that when somebody's talking, that we're talking about to Drew. Like when somebody makes a statement, Mark knows we get all kinds of Eagle trolls coming at me, right? Mm-hmm. Like Dak Prescott sucks, coming from an Eagle fan. So then what am I going to do? I am going to say, I'm going to say that, well, he's 9-4 against you. So if he sucks, then what does that make your team? That's all. And then it goes from, but he sucks in the playoffs. That's where it's at.
And then Brian, when you tell them, Dak kicked the shit out of the Eagles the last game we played against them, they want to, well, what has he done in the playoffs?
I tell you what, the Cowboys maybe only have 4 playoff wins in since the great Super Bowl runs. But one of those was an ass kicking to the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, I'm just saying we blew them out in the playoffs. But be that as
we beat them 3 times in 1 year.
Yeah.
Well, he's also saying that Dak doesn't beat winning teams. Well, we've seen him beat the Bengals in the past, winning teams that were playoff teams. But he hasn't won any one against winning teams.
Didn't we beat the Lions last year?
Yeah.
Didn't we beat the Seahawks last year?
We beat the Rams.
Yeah. Didn't we beat the Rams? I think we beat like four teams that were winning teams last year. But the thing is you can go through. I think only Pat Mahomes and like Tom Brady are like the only 2 that have a winning record against winning teams. I don't
even think
anybody but Mahomes right now.
Yeah. He can't beat women teams. It's like, nobody.
Well, Drew takes everything personal, but he will stick up for his team, and I definitely appreciate that. I'd rather a guy stick up for his team until the death, right? Mm-hmm. Than an unnamed person who just wants to meet everybody halfway. This isn't politics here, okay? We're Cowboys fans. I have a lot of Eagles subscribers as well as Mark does. I was in Mark's comments this morning, and most of them are just there, and Mark thanks you, I'm sure, because the views he's getting and the shit he takes in his chat is crazy compared to what I get, but he's getting 10 times the views, so I guess it makes sense. But I got to give Drew credit. He sticks to his guns, okay?
Yeah.
So,
it's easy to before the games are played.
That.
It's easy. It's easy to before the games are played. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest with you.
Well, I've already called him out real quick, and then I'll shut up.
Go ahead.
I've already said when we beat you,
don't be a cockroach.
No, he won't. But then he's going to move the he's going to move the goalpost to but you guys can't do it in the playoffs. He says he won't, but that's what'll happen. It'll be okay. So you won your Super Bowl, you still suck because you can't get to the playoffs.
That's exactly what he'll do. If we literally sweep them, he's going to say, "Well, he had done shit."
Well, it's just regular season; it doesn't matter.
Oh well.
And I'm not saying Drew on that. I'm saying anybody that has that sort of fire in their belly that's what's coming. So that's why I only say 9-4 when they say Dak sucks. I'm like, well, how can a guy suck if he's got almost double the wins against you than you have against him? That's all. It's just as simple as that. But this is all fun and games until the regular season starts. And I made a comment and Drew thought I was talking to him. I wasn't. I'm just saying, for those Eagle fans who think that we're going to have a bad season, you're fooling yourself.
I was going to say, Brian, a lot of people, some people don't like Dan Sileo, Mark. But hold on. Even he said to the Eagles fans, Dallas owns you. They run the division.
He says
and they
a lot
beat
of
shit out
crap,
you every
though.
year.
Hold on.
Dang,
Wait 1 second here. Chris McClure, remember for 14 months. Shout out to Superfan. Please pray for me. I have stage 4 cancer. Oh my goodness, Chris.
God.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We definitely gotta put you in our prayers, man.
Yes, sir.
Damn. Here's the thing that I don't understand. Okay, I get it. We have been, a disappointment in the playoffs. I get that, but going into this time last year, how many people said the Dallas Cowboys are a Super Bowl contending team? They're loaded. They're going back to the NFC Championship and should breeze through and be in the Super Bowl. How many people said that about the Cowboys last year? This time.
No.
They said that in the last 3 years.
How many people said that about the Eagles coming off of the Super Bowl?
Everybody.
Everybody. And
they said it last year, too. They were favored, too.
And what's funny is somebody, I don't remember who it was in my chat on Friday night, they said, oh, well, we had a tough schedule. You got through your tough part of the schedule, and then you started losing. You got blown out by us, who you said we suck. Then you lost to the Cardinals. You lost to Seattle. And you lost to the Giants and almost lost to them a second time. So were those the good teams in the tough schedule that you had? So knowing that you went downhill and then lost to Tampa Bay in the playoffs, how is it you feel like you're in a position to go ahead and talk trash like you're God's greatest gift to the NFL?
Hey, Drew in the house.
Oh, Lordy.
What's going on with you, Drew?
Was that?
They were, wait, Drew, they weren't a disappointment last year?
Oh,
They
Lord,
weren't a disappointment.
Don't jump on him right when he come in the damn.
They
chat.
weren't a disappointment the year before they went to the Super Bowl.
Well,
They weren't a disappointment when they lost to Tampa Bay twice. Get the fuck out of here. Look, hey, Drew.
Yo, Tyson, what you doing down there, bro?
Man, is that your car, Tyson?
Up until you
Hey.
reach the top of shut
I need to hang with you, man. You got all that money and showing the freaking Maserati.
Yeah, in
Drew,
front of Maserati.
shut the fuck up, okay? Oh, man. Okay. So they're never a playoff disappointment. All right. I'm just going to relax the rest of this chat here and just let you guys go through it. And ask a few questions. Jerry Jones, did it feel like to anybody else that Jerry Jones is melting down right now?
I don't know. I think Jerry Jones is loving the attention. He's loving the media attention.
Sure.
And it's just only making him more giddy. He might be at the point of where he's like, well, damn, I'm going to have to pay these guys and the media attention is going to be over after I pay them. But
it sucks because he has a bunch of yes men around him that that ask him questions. So not that they're kissing his butt, but they won't sit there and say, I would be making statements and then throwing a question mark behind it. The way you do things, Jerry, for 28 years has not got you to an NFC Championship game, let alone a Super Bowl. Yet you continue, and then your response, you know what I mean? It won't happen because they don't want to have to deal with the issue. So it looks like Jerry Jones it's actually pathetic at this point because there's only one person that's paying because CeeDee's going to get paid. Dak has already gotten paid. He going to get paid again. All these players are going to be fine. You know who gets hurt? Angry Cowboys fan, me, Mark, all the people in the chat. The fans get hurt because he's playing games with our emotions.
Yeah, he's playing but he's keeping us in business. He's giving us plenty of material.
YouTube-wise, fine. But I don't know about you. I don't need any more of that kind of business. I know what you're saying.
I live in Dallas.
Shout out to Primetime, 36 months.
It just gets old, Mark. It just gets old. I just want to talk about my arguably the top 2-3 receiver in the game getting paid. I want to have a little bit of comfort. Now, again, it's not like he's making everybody feel all warm and fuzzy. They're doing a lot of talking saying we want. but nothing's getting done.
Yeah.
Okay. We lose a cornerback for however long. It could be 4 or 5 weeks. My guess is he'll come back week 8. That's my guess.
Yeah.
They'll, that's probably what they'll do. You know how they roll. And yet we're not going to go outside the organization and get any help. Okay. So what is that? Is that sticking your head in the sand saying, no, you got to work with what you got like last year with the linebackers? Or are they actually going to? Because then Wade says, don't believe a word that you say, but it's hard, Wade, when Jerry,
You know what the
he didn't
worst
say
part
they weren't
about
going to
it
get
is,
a
though,
D
bro?
tackle, and they got a few.
Yeah, that's how. Well, you can't believe a word Jerry says, but you also got to realize Will McClay and guys like Zimmer are probably in his office telling him, no, don't go get a cornerback or go get one. Jerry feeds everyone a load of bullshit.
Yeah, I know.
I live here in Dallas. It's 10 times worse living here. Trust me. That's all you hear on the radio and newspapers and local TV stations. I mean, it's
I don't know, man. I said it on my live. I went down to Dallas and I went to Walmart. I was like, holy moly, look at all the Cowboys stuff. This is crazy.
Oh, it's like
everywhere you go, it's Cowboys.
It's not enough, man. It's not enough, Wade. It's being the most profitable team is not enough. You would think they would, turn over every rock, trying to find that illustrious Super Bowl. Mr. Jerry Jones, who, whether he wants to admit it or not, we all know that Jimmy Johnson was the man behind the curtain that made it happen. Okay. This is why the Eagle fans get mad at me, Mark, when I say, as much as I like Saquon Barkley as far as a talent, you would have been better served as just bringing back one of the backs. You got Shipley, you got Gainwell. You should have went and brought back Hassan Reddick and go out and got yourself a linebacker to go along with a young Jeremiah Trotter Jr. You would be way better off. But you had to go do the splash, and I think that's going to cost them. That's just my opinion.
He's already been nicked up in training camp here.
Who?
Saquon.
Yeah, I'm not drafting him in fantasy tonight. I got a fantasy draft. Ain't no way in hell.
But here's where you really just kind of say how stupid they are. If you feel like they're going to get a deal done with CeeDee Lamb, it's going to be right there about it. Justin Jefferson's, maybe even bigger than Justin Jefferson's. And you're going to sit here and say, why did we wait so long to get this thing done? If he's rejected a $32 million contract offer, that means it's going to go up if you're going to sign him, right? So you're going to look and say, we didn't save any money. What did it accomplish by actually taking so long to get this deal done? If anything, you have harmed the team by doing this because he's not there in training camp. You've gone through and saying, I'm trying to make everybody uncomfortable to make him perform. But what you've done is you've actually undercut the team to make it harder for them to perform. This is truly the definition of madness.
Yeah. Now, what if CeeDee Lamb and his agent are waiting on Jamar Chase?
Well, Jamar Chase supposedly says he's waiting on CeeDee Lamb because he wants to be higher than them.
Of course. Damn.
I don't agree with paying a wide receiver $40 million. I'm sorry. I'll take that $40 million added to my defense. Sorry.
Well, there's a lot to be said about that because, we've seen a lot of wide receivers.
The Cowboys' Achilles heel is the defense in the playoffs when it matters.
Yep.
It ain't the wide receivers.
Wade is right. Absolutely.
Twiz Digga says 5 wins max. Bro, you ain't seen just Daniel Jones, have you? That's guaranteed 2 right there.
Yeah, I put $100 on that. I put $100 on that. You want to take that bet?
I bet you we win more than 5 games of Cooper Rush.
I agree with that one.
What do you say, Tyson?
We'll get 5 wins.
Still didn't get you.
5 wins.
5 wins? What are you looking at, Twiz?
He's smoking crack with Dan Salino and Philly 500.
He's starting to gravy. That's not gravy. Damn.
Yep.
Damn, Twist. 5 wins?
You right
Ain't
there?
no way we're winning 5. He knows he's trolling. Look at him. He laughing. Ain't no way it's 5 wins. Like I said, the only way it's a season like that is if we lose Dak and, we lose multiple players. Yeah, that's the only way. Like Dak, Micah, CD. Dak or CD goes out or both of them go out, then that's not, we've done that before. Every once in a while you have those years where your stars get hurt. You get a high draft pick when you normally shouldn't get a high draft pick. And it ultimately helps you down the line. So it is what it is. I've locked Dallas in at 10-7. That's not bad, Aggie pride. That's not bad at all. So
yeah, 10-7 could get you a playoff berth.
I think 10 does get you in, especially in this NFC.
I'm thinking that we had historically the worst defense in Cowboys history in 2020. We lost Dak Prescott and ended up having Ben DiNucci even play. Garrett Gilbert played a game, and then Andy Dalton, who the players did not like, and we still won 6 games. So how the hell do you have us winning 5? Come on, bro.
I got a question for the panel.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
What do y'all think the move would be to replace Lamb as far as the season?
Dustin Bosley asked me, has a request here for this.
By the way, King Dick back here, and so before we start this video, I gotta get this mother humping thing out of the way. Mark Holmes is my daddy. Okay, that's out of the way. Ow!
Gotta love that. Mark Holmes is my daddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when he's with his boy Dan
still don't-
Sicilia, he shits all over you.
It's all good.
I was gonna say, Mark,
can't
you
deal
still
with
don't
that.
have Billy 500's best meltdown. I keep sending it to you, and you just don't cut it.
Which one? Send it to me again, man. I get loose shit.
That's the one. That's the one at the Patriots game when we beat the Patriots. That's the best meltdown he ever
I
had.
think I've got so many of them that I lose them in here. I think I have.
No, this one's the best one. This is the one where it's like, don't throw it to Aguilar. You can never trust Aguilar.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
remember
Well,
that
send it to me again. And I'll make sure. We'll call
send
it
it
the
to you.
Wade special here for you guys. All right.
That's
So we know that Jerry Jones sabotages us, that Jerry Jones is the crazy old man right now. I'm just going through and listening to some, with of course, Deuce Vaughn is Gadget Juice. I was like, Gadget Juice? Okay, that's a new one. Yeah. Wade, you say don't believe anything you hear from Jerry.
Nope.
All right. Will we get CeeDee Lamb under contract?
Before the beginning of the year,
Yes.
if nothing's done by this next weekend, no.
For me, I think that needs to be done by like Wednesday.
Yeah, that's
Like,
exactly.
if it's not done in the next 7 days, it's not getting done.
Yeah, but then he's going to miss actual games, and it's going to get real ugly. So this
He
is
won't
where
miss any games. He
this is
won't
where
miss
I
any
leave
games,
the
Trevor.
front office, man. They have to not stop getting into this deadline to make deals. It never makes a good deal.
Well,
He
deadline.
won't miss any games.
But
It
the
never
other
makes-
thing is
I know what you're saying, but he could miss the first game there's a good chance we're going to lose in Cleveland regardless whether he's there or not, and it's going to mount like the Emmett Smith.
He's not going to miss $1 million paycheck.
You say that, but
right now
he's
he's in
going
the
to come
hole.
in and be a bitch. I don't want that either.
Right now he's in the hole for several $1 million right now.
They don't have to do nothing with that either. By the way, they can
The
now.
Cowboys can forgive that. They can null and void that.
Yeah, because he's a rookie's on his rookie deal.
Yeah, but I tell you what, let's see. He's got 2.9 million in game fines, 680,000 in missed practices, and 100,000 in minicamp fines.
Lot of bread. Lot of bread.
And so here's the thing: if hypothetically, let's say they don't come to a contract, and he comes in. And then the Cowboys say, basically, we're talking about $4 million. in fines of his $17 million. What if they say, you know what? You didn't show up. You didn't get a
You want
contract.
to feed the dogs?
I see Ginger there. Ginger,
Sorry.
what's
Mark,
going
I
on,
just
Ginger?
sent it to you. Go to 3 hours and 7 minutes.
Go to 3 hours and 7 minutes. Okay. All right. I'm going to have to cut that out then. Let me write that down. 3 hours and 7 minutes.
I mean, pull it up right now. It's a classic. No.
I know which one you're talking about. That's pretty funny.
Okay.
Himothy says Philly 500 owns Mark.
Yeah, okay.
Mark Prescott, he says.
If I had $1 for every time somebody... would you send it to me on Facebook?
Yeah,
That's
Facebook.
probably why I don't have it, because I don't look at Facebook that often. Okay. Yeah, if I had $1 for every time an Eagle fan said that that Philly 500 owns me, shit, I'd have a fortune. I don't see it, Wade.
Like Facebook Messenger.
Oh, Messenger.
Okay, here we go. All righty.
What's up, Lord Nova?
You say 3 hours.
In 7 minutes.
Damn, it's at the very end. Okay.
I know, Leon.
He looks
Charles,
sick.
I agree, man. I don't know. I don't get it. 3rd and 3.
Here we go. He looks really sick.
Come on, Jones. Back to pass. Here comes a blitz. Jones gonna go outside. Aguilar. Nothing. Never throw to Aguilar on 3rd down. Don't do it. He stinks. He cost you the game. Aguilar cost him the game. God, he stinks.
What the?
Stinks, man. Guy stinks. Can't stand him, man.
He's not crying, is he?
Can't stand that guy. Just can't stand him. What a stinky player. They're never gonna call face mask on Aguilar. He stinks, man.
Oh, God.
This guy kills me. A whole life he kills me.
I tell you, y'all ain't right for that.
Oh, man.
What's the receiver of the Eagles?
Nelson Aguilar. He's literally sick about
First
it.
down. Dallas got the ball at the 20. I mean, Nelson Aguilar cost them the game. He's gonna cost them the game. God, man, I just can't stand that guy so much. I can't.
Oh,
He
man.
catches that ball, he's probably running down to about the 30-yard line. Maybe he scores a touchdown. If I name your next dog Nelson, I ain't gonna name my dog Nelson.
Poor Philly 500. All right, I'm going to definitely cut that up and save it then. Okay, Ginger is in the house. She's muted with no picture. She's beginning a Seattle Seahawks channel. And we got Riley, our recent graduate, in the house. Ginger, because of you, you inspired me. And she's like, wait a minute. Uh-oh. She gave me the finger. When a woman puts
no, sorry, there was something else.
when a woman puts a
ahead.
finger in your face, you in trouble. That's all I got to say. You're in trouble.
No, there was something going on. I had to take care of.
Okay. Well, you inspired me to go ahead and create a channel just for videos on growing YouTube.
Oh wow.
So I've got a bunch of videos because that's where you got to be micro-targeted and stuff. So when are we going to see the new channel about the Seattle Seahawks?
Oh, probably September.
Okay.
Kind of in the beginning of the season. But it won't be like yours because I have to sit. It'll probably be looking like Brian's because I work as well. I'm another government worker as well, so I'd have to do probably before or after because I can't throw it up while I'm driving. I have to sit and have the
I had a
equipment.
supervisor tell me, Ginger, you're not supposed to be doing it with the uniform on. So I'm dealing with some stuff at work, so I got to be very careful.
Yeah,
Mark
don't
doesn't
lose your
understand that
job.
necessarily, but Mark breaks my balls. My government job, yeah, it's a pension job, bro. I don't know
It's
what
a pension job.
I
Yeah.
have to be careful, man. I put 30 years in. I need to put in 34 in order for me to get my money. So yeah, I can't get fired now. So got to keep it.
Don't get
That's
fired.
why I took this time. Huh?
Don't get fired. I didn't tell you to get fired now. Oh,
come
Lord.
on, game time. Come on. Like, yeah, I'm trying, bro. They're watching me. They're watching me. Government's got spies everywhere.
Always watching.
Yeah. They are.
Okay.
Well, Ginger, congratulations on starting your new YouTube channel. And I just got a question for you.
Sure.
Hypothetical situation. Would you take Geno Smith or would you take Dak Prescott?
Oh,
wow. She said, interesting.
That's a tough one. I have to think about that. My mom and I were kind of talking, and we kind of had a little change of heart. I would take Dak Prescott over Geno because he's not long term, and Sam Howell is not the guy for us. He's a good number 2, and all that, but I think that's what he'll be.
Alan, I got you.
So I would, because he'll have He'll have weapons around. He'll have JSN. He'll have DK.
Got you, Alan Williams, right here.
He'll have Tyler.
I love DK. DK is a dog, boy.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Wait a minute, game time was like.
I'll speak for the rest of Seattle. I don't know how they would.
What happened?
Feel, but
I thought you went like, okay, he wasn't the beast. Okay.
No. Sorry, I was doing something. Looking at CeeDee Lamb's latest demands.
Oh Lord, it's like a hostage situation.
What are his latest demands?
Well, yeah, this is Mike Garafolo of the NFL Network. According to Mike Garafolo, the $33 million per year Dallas has offered Lamb is obviously not enough.
Yeah.
Lamb is eyeing a contract that is right in par with the top of the market, which would pay him close to Justin Jefferson at 35, but the guarantees, which is what I've been telling everybody, which is what I don't understand. I'm very frustrated with what the Minnesota Vikings did. He wants close to that 110 guaranteed. Again, you look at teams like the Eagles, who signed A.J. Brown just a month ago to the second highest at the time he was the highest paid receiver, and then Justin went past him. A.J. Brown is $16 million behind Justin Jefferson in total guarantees.
Yeah, I hear you, but at this point,
that's the problem. Do you want to go on a team like Minnesota where they're not paying anybody anything else? Then CD, you could go play with, I guess, Carolina, New England. But if you want to be a team where you're going to have a $16 million quarterback, you got a $35 million edge rusher / linebacker, that's the part I have an issue with.
You also got Smith coming up. You got to pay him.
You have Jake Ferguson. You have Tyler Smith. Again, that money's out there. That 110 guaranteed, that's out there to teams who don't have nothing, and that's their one earmark. That's what they're selling their season tickets. Come watch Justin Jefferson win 5 games this year. Okay. Whereas you got, who else is good in the league? You got A.J. Brown, number 2. He's making 87 or 8. No, he's making 84 million guaranteed. That's number 2. So CD wants more towards that 110. I don't like how the Dallas is negotiating, because they're obviously not saying the right things or doing the right things to try and get this guy in. But who are we kidding, people? CD's going to see every dime of that contract regardless.
Yes, and that's what I keep saying. Look, if you're going to fuck up at full speed. Don't take forever and still get hosed.
I hear you. And again, it takes 2.
New England would have signed him.
Yeah, absolutely.
CeeDee Lamb,
but here's the thing. But Brian,
I think $100 million is fair, but that's still a lot. But again,
here's what I'm going to say.
140 is the number you got to look at, because he's going to see that. He's young. He's going to make every dime, like Mark said. So
here's the thing. Let me just give you this.
All right, I'm out.
2024, $28 million at the moment without CeeDee Lamb. Projection for next year, $64 million. Projection for 2026, $181 million. Projections for 2027, $254 million. Backload that shit. And you know what you do? You say, okay, we've got a stud, one of the best wide receivers. We got one of the best quarterbacks. We've got one of the best, edge rusher. Let's take those guys. We'll backload these contracts, okay? 3 more years down the road. I don't know how much time I got. But we know we got more money back there. We know that now ESPN is Bet ESPN, so we're going to be getting more gambling royalties from everybody. We know that DirecTV is now a premium product, and we see it at $700 on Apple TV. And guess what, people? If you say that's just Apple TV, no, that's the teaser, because that shit's going to go up because now they're adding more shit to that. And not to even mention that we're going to go to an 18-game season, which is going to add 2 more weeks to the year, which is 2 more weeks of money. The salary cap, people, will go through the freaking roof. This money that we're arguing about, okay, so we're talking about $16 million over 4 years? Guaranteed money? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah,
you know we're paying $4 million. Wait. You know we're paying $4 million on the mistake that they made on Michael Gallup, who they signed a contract to when he was coming back from an ACL after having 2 down years, and we're going to be paying $8 million to him. And so you're going to tell me that you got a guy who shattered the Cowboys' passing records, the Dallas Cowboys passing record, who's healthy, ready to play. Oh, no, we can't pay that guy. But a guy coming back from an ACL, yeah, let's go ahead and pay that guy. Come on, man. Let's be for real. Sorry.
I think Steven and Jerry know where the cap's going to be at in a few years.
Yeah, and they got away with murder on the case with the DirecTV situation, which gave them carte blanche to charge whatever the F they want to, bro. Football is not dying.
I see they're in checkmate. It's time that they get off their bus and just sign them.
No, but the Cowboys don't need to sign him, though, because he got 2 years left.
Okay, wait. Okay, so let me ask you this. Okay, hold on.
Right on.
Hold on. Just for a second here. Wait. Just hear me out for a second, okay? Justin Jefferson's contract, okay? And we say that, Minnesota screwed everybody, right? His contract number for this year is $8 million. They came in, this is apples to apples. $8 million this year, $17 next year, $38 the third year, where you have an out, okay? That contract then, hold on. We go from $17 million to $8. You can roll that another $9 million off of next year's 15, so it really only costs you $15.
It has to do with guaranteed money, Mark. God forbid there's a catastrophic injury. They want their Justin Jefferson will get paid $110 million.
Yes,
that's what they're fighting over. God forbid he goes to.
They're letting everything ride this year too, game time, because they're not doing
the difference of. But here's the thing, though, game time. If he has a catastrophic injury, the difference between $88 million guaranteed and $116 or $114, is that really going to make a difference? You're screwed either way.
I get it. But
sorry.
I'm just saying for the player, if it's not guaranteed, then he won't get the money
right?
For
but we're not talking about $50 million difference in guarantees.
I'm just saying that's the sticking point. That's all I'm saying. That's the same sticking, that's the sticking point with the CeeDee Lamb. It's the guarantee. It ain't the yearly. We all know that. How many videos have we done on if Dallas signs CeeDee, how much he's going to count against the cap year one? They're going to save at least $10 million this year. They're not going to spend it. They'll roll it over into a contract probably next year. That's probably what they'll do. But yeah, I know what you're saying, Mark. But again, I just don't like how this team is negotiating. It is what it is. We don't know what to believe, right?
Regardless. It's going to be in here regardless whether the contract gets done or not.
Shut up, Leo.
I'm not worried about it. I don't care if it gets done or not. He's going to play week 1. I'm telling you.
He'll be on the
Mark, I'm just listening. That's all I didn't say nothing. That's all just interesting. Right there, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Angry, you hear all this?
Hey, I come in peace. I am not Drew. I'm Leo. Me, Leo, not Drew. You got y'all. Drew make y'all appreciate me. Tell him, Angry.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah, because sometimes when you break your foot, you appreciate just rolling your ankle the next day. Both of them hurt, but one less.
I deserve that, but that's okay. I'll take that. I just know that I just know y'all appreciate me more
because of Drew.
That's all. I just
because
can't
of
begin
Drew.
to. I cannot begin to, Drew softened y'all up for me, and I'm, like, damn, I heard it all, I was listening, just so y'all know, and Drew was giving it to y'all, especially when it turned into the whole McNabb, Mark, you should have heard them. They was going at it about McNabb and Romo and Dak. It was like that. I was like, damn. Yeah. You're this is what you've been getting since you've been on is the remnants of whatever the hell Drew said. Drew got some of these guys, right? Angry walked into it. I saw it when Angry came in. Angry was like, what the hell? He was like, what the fuck? And walk away, looked like he wanted to reach his hand through the camera and snatch the shit out of Drew and tell him to shut the hell up. I was just like, damn. Like, woo, yeah. And Angry gave it to him.
It's okay, because when your Eagles crash and burn, it'll tame y'all out a little bit.
What is crash and burn? Describe crash and burn to me, because I want to make sure that we're all on the same page, effective communication.
8-9?
8, okay.
Not make the playoffs.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. No.
When the Commanders beat you?
No, listen. And I'm 100% on Walker Wade's tip right there. Not making the playoffs, because in my mind, as far as I'm concerned, what Howie Roseman has done and has been doing is taking away the excuses. Now, with everything that Howie has given, and I'm sure that you all should, with what you see as far as activity, I am justified in my expectations being high. Granted, I get the whole joke from all of you about the whole Kellen Moore thing. The whole Kellen Moore thing or whatever. I don't care. I've said this and I've maintained this since I've been on this, been coming to this place. All I care about is activity, especially when what happened last year happens. Does the activity from the end of last season to now, do I feel as though the activity has been a proper response? Yes, I'm fine with it. Will this work? Don't know. I don't care. But goddamn it, we did something, and there was some accountability.
Okay. And if it doesn't work,
activity, and then let's keep trying again. But you know what we're not going to do? The same thing. Not going to sit still. We're not going to we're not going to get rid of people and bring other people in here. We're not going to continue. We're not going to not continue to try to, make this roster better. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to. And I told you the other day, Mark, if it don't work, one of two things are going to happen. Either either Nick Sirianni is gone. You know what I'm saying? Or we're going to win the Super Bowl. It's one or the other. That's the way I'm looking at it. And whoever comes in behind Nick Sirianni is going to inherit a hell of a team.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, is it another system got to learn?
Kellen
Okay,
Moore.
but
Can y'all promote Kellen Moore to coach? That'd be great.
Have you ever seen him as a coach?
Kellen Moore?
Kellen
Yeah.
Moore? Yeah.
Not a head coach, but
yeah, that's what you're talking about, promoting the head coach, right?
That'll be great.
But have you ever seen him as a head coach?
I would know, but I would love to see him with an eagle on his lapel.
As long look, I will say this, regardless of whether it does or doesn't work with Kellen Moore, what I do want is I want Jalen Hurts under the same system at least 2 years in a row. Give him that. He has not. And Mark, remember when in the beginning of the like in the middle of the off season of the training camp, he was saying something about he was complaining about not being under the same system for more than one year in a row since he's been there. That I would like to see that. Even if it don't work, I still want to see him under the same system for at least 2 years in a row, at least once.
All right, I hear you talking.
And this group that we have is going to be here at least for the next 3 years. And we're building on this group over the next 3 years as well. So right now, from a contract perspective, for the next 3 years, we're looking good. Talent-wise, we're looking good. You guys are in customer service. We've checked out. We went through the checkout line like 4 or 5 times since the beginning of the off season.
I think the Eagles going 4-10 their first. 4-6 their first 10 games.
4-6.
Damn. 4-6.
Yeah, damn.
They got Packers, Falcons, Saints, Buccaneers, Browns, Giants, Bengals, Jaguars, Cowboys, Commanders.
And the best you can give the Philadelphia Eagles is 4-6.
That's my prediction.
What?
Hold on. Hold it. Don't trash a man for their predictions.
I got them losing or winning.
Going into last year, people had the Giants being the second in the division.
I'm not. Remember, me, Leo. Me, no Drew. Me, Leo.
Me, Leo.
Yes, Drew. No, yeah, Drew. Me, Leo. I am genuinely interested in what variables that Derek used to come up with 4-6. This is good.
Okay, let me ask you this. Now, again, I didn't watch a lot of the Eagles games, okay? Now, here's what I will say. My backup quarterback, I hope he's way back up quarterback, okay? Mr., I got 5 on it, okay? All right, I got 5 on it. Interceptions are real. Okay, but he at least put up 19 points. How many points did you guys put up on that last game last week?
You talking about yesterday?
Yes.
Day before yesterday?
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Right? Yeah.
I think it wasn't a lot.
3?
They won that.
It was less than 4 and more than 2.
Oh, 3. Okay.
All right, 3.
Less than 4 and
How did you do the preseason game offensively the week before?
They won. They beat Baltimore.
How many points did they put up?
I want to say 26, maybe?
14.
Oh, 14?
That was against the Patriots.
Oh, no. 26. Yeah, 26 against the...
against the Ravens, right?
No.
You put 14 up against the Patriots.
14, and then 16.
You put up 3 against the Vikings, and you put up 16 against the Ravens. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel... so this is a little taste. Now, we know this is vanilla. You're not going to bring out the showstoppers and stuff. But how did you feel about what you saw from your offense, at least? Your other players and things.
Yeah, depth-wise, it hurt to lose Cooper DeJean, so it was good seeing him yesterday, playing pretty much the whole game, damn near the whole game.
See, if you're playing the whole game in the 3rd preseason game, that's not good.
No, remember he got hurt. He hasn't played at all. He got hurt at the beginning of training camp. Remember, something happened before he got to training camp. So yesterday was the first time he played at all. So I don't have a problem with it. I understand what you're saying, but I don't think that applies to him in those circumstances because it was the first time he's seen the field in in uniform all training camp. So I'm cool with that. you do realize we ain't see no damn near any of the regular starters at all
we didn't either.
during the preseason.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm hearing good things. The interesting thing about our wide receiver room, and I'm talking before Jahan Dotson got there, Paris Campbell, John Ross, Johnny Wilson. I will say this, with Jahan Dotson being there, if you are somebody who plays the wide receiver position in the National Football League, you want to be on the Philadelphia Eagles just because you want to be in that receiver room with them three guys. You also want to be in the receiver room for, let's say, the Houston Texans. You want to be in the receiver room for what other teams have like a top 3 wide receiver core, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you have no choice but to get better. From a running back position, I ain't gonna complain about, Saquon, and KG looks, no news is good news. And there have been no complaints about the running back position throughout camp.
So okay, to summarize this, you feel really good that your team is ready to rock and roll and you're ready to go to the NFC Championship game, that you are a great team.
Yes, I do. I do think that. Yes. And I like the depth. That's the most important thing. Depth and competency at the backup QB.
Okay.
I need a how I understand how some people may feel about Trey Lance, but me personally, hey, listen, we learned the biggest lesson about what a competent backup QB can mean for your team. So that's all, between Kenny Pickett and the other kid, whoever the other kid is, I can't even think of his name right now because I'm high, but I can't, I'm fine. I'm fine with it. I just want to see more. I want to see more depth, and I think we need a few more pieces on the defensive side of the ball. So I'm looking forward to seeing that defense being built up, emphasis and focus being on the defense for this year, next year, and the year after. We got some guys who are coming up, I don't know what it is about these Georgia guys. I guess they don't really take too well or start to really turn on until their 3rd year in the league, unless you're somebody like Jalen Carter, who's just, freakishly good, but, it looks like Jordan Davis came into camp. Looks like he turned a corner with the way he lost weight. The way Nakobe Dean has had a really good camp, and he's looking like what they was expecting him to be when he first came in. So the jokes may not apply anymore as long as he stays healthy. And surprisingly enough, guys, if you haven't looked at him, take a look at Milton Williams. This is a contract year. He's trying to do a Javon Hargrave thing. He came in slim as hell, cock diesel, ready to take on the world. And then we got some guys that's, just pay attention. And that DB, our secondary.
Moving right along from the Eagles. Okay.
Nice to be able to talk like that, right?
Okay.
It's nice. It's nice to be able to say these things.
And when they're 8 and 9, I'm going to remember, I'm going to be saying, I told you so. I told you so. Okay.
That's
okay.
okay.
Shao Kahn will be saying.
That's okay. Look, my wide receiver 1, my wide receiver 2, and my wide receiver 3 are under contract for the next 3 years. My tight end is under contract. My O-line's under contract.
So since we only have you in here as the
and
only
if they
Eagle
go
fan,
8 and 9,
so this is what
RJ
RJ is actually stating on
exactly
on Dak Prescott's contract, our activity. As of Dak Prescott's extension with the Cowboys, the situation is talks have been ongoing, but they're really every couple of days. The stage is set for Dallas to place urgency on CeeDee Lamb to get his deal done before the start of the season. To get the deal done, it's going to cost them well above $30 million per year. CeeDee Lamb trying to get close as he can to the Justin Jefferson market of $35 million. So they're trying to find a sweet spot on those points. I expect Lamb to get done first. They're going to try and get Prescott done before week 1 as well and double down on both these guys and spend a ton of money. It's still unclear whether they pull this off. Prescott and you talk to the people in and around the situation, he's aware of how well he can do in free agency if they were let it ride out. Play well again, put up a huge QBR, and then there's the march for $60 million a year. Whatever it's going to cost a lot. I don't think both sides want that. I think they will try to shake this deal out, but it's going to take a lot of legwork over the next 2 weeks. There you have it.
Just real quick, bang bang, Philadelphia. I'm 41. I'll be 42 in
God, you're a baby.
3 days, and I remember 3 out of the 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah, you can't
Just
count.
saying.
What are you talking about?
Just saying.
Yeah, I'm 42.
Yeah.
I remember
I am so fucking old.
2
Marcus
interceptions
Blackman
against Pittsburgh.
Yep. I remember.
I hope I make your ears bleed.
Make whose bleed?
Marcus Blackman Jr.
Oh,
I hope
okay.
I make his ears bleed.
Okay. Why?
That's all. No, he says Drew is angry and I talk too much. So okay, I hope I make his ears bleed.
Where's the problem?
No, that's it. I just hope I make his ears bleed.
You do, literally.
Yeah, yeah, good.
You do.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
good.
next
I want
month I'll
that.
be 45, and I remember that first Super Bowl win when
God,
Urban
40s.
caught that pass from Troy in the end zone over that corner. I think it was, who was that guy? He caught it over. It was an insane catch. And Urban still talks about with that being one of his favorite catches. You guys remember those big ass jawbreakers that were like that round? I have that darn thing all year sucking on that thing. Got it down to a little pebble. And when he scored that touch, I'm like, oh, hell yeah. I stuck a tooth back here. I'll never forget that. But that was cool as crap. And it was, you guys get a chance to see that catch, review that. That was a pretty badass catch Urban made.
Well, we do not envy you.
I don't envy you.
Just so you know.
I worry. You know,
Yes,
Kelly
hate,
Green
yes,
and being
but don't
Eagles
envy.
fan.
We don't hate. We don't envy. We just hate. That's it.
Gil, for real, man.
Hearing you guys like, oh man, I'm gonna be 41, in a couple of days. 41.
Nah, I'll be 42 on the 28th.
Shit, bro. Bro.
Appreciate that, though.
I'll be
35
59 in October, man.
82 was the best year to be born. I don't know what y'all. 82 was the best year to be born.
82.
That means I graduated.
I was
in
in high
2000.
school, bro.
That's perfect. Graduated in the year 2000. That was perfect.
I would say 76, man.
There's Randy Sites. Randy said he wants to go to the Eagles game. How are we doing, Randy? We are trying to see if we can get a suite for the game. In which case, I need to do a whole lot of extra jobs.
Yeah, about my team, homie. I'm just answering someone else's comment, Mark.
Okay. All right. So we've been in over an hour here. Let's get to the meat of this thing. Yeah. Well, you came in late.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I was listening though.
What kind of team and not from you, Leo. I don't want to hear it from you, bro. Okay. What kind of team are we going to have this year? Because, see, my thing, what drives me crazy is I honestly look and I say, yeah, we know Tyler Guyton and Cooper Beebe, they didn't play yesterday. They're going to be – that's the starting offensive lineman right there, okay? With Zach Martin, of course, Tyler Guyton, and Terrence Steele. Terrence Steele is definitely in a better position than he was last year. Another year review from the ACL. I think the offensive line is actually going to be pretty good. I think the running game might be slightly better than what people have done with the doom and gloom. I don't think Zeke Elliott is the starter. He's going to probably play about 10 runs a game or so and all that. And I think that that Deuce Vaughn is going to be the gadget guy, a la James Washington. I think our defense is definitely going to be better. Now, how far that gets us, I don't know. What drives me crazy is I look and say, you know what? If I'm the Joneses, I'd be saying, damn, I got a good team here. How can I go ahead and push the chips in and really try and make some noise? But that's just me. You guys, everybody, fill me in on your feelings on what this team's going to be. I still stand by 11-6 is what I think the floor is.
I'd say that. I'm going for about 10-6. I don't think we're going to be that.
I'm sorry, 11.
But,
yeah, 11-6.
Yeah.
So you're saying 10-7. Chris.
Yeah, 10-7. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I have Philly at 11-6, a game above us, just because of their schedule. But other than that, I got them at 11-6, us at 10-7.
Well, what's your
8-9.
biggest worry? My biggest worry is depth. That's what I worry about because, if we take a hit on one of our big guys on the offensive line, that's going to really hurt since we're already going to be really young. And I still worry about the defensive line. I don't know how the new guys are going to really perform. If they're going to be like Dontari Poe or if they're going to be, a lot better. Damn, Tay Cowboys said our floor is 12-5.
Yeah, I might be on the 12-5 floor as well. Because at the end of last year, if you ask me what the Cowboys need to do, they need to improve linebackers, defensive line, offensive line. And as much as we hated their moves, I think they've done that.
Yeah.
What is it about your team that tells you 12-5? Like, what are the variables that you are using? What have they shown you that says 12-5? And I'm not teasing. I'm asking.
And I'm not
for real.
teasing. I'm honestly going to say I think your running game goes backwards some with Saquon. And that's my honest opinion. I looked and say Swift, I thought was a better runner.
We talked about that last night. I told you
Right.
I was mad.
Okay,
I'm
going to say that Kellen Moore. I do not think that Kellen Moore and Jalen Hurts fit each other, and you're starting to either Jalen Hurts has to change what he's doing to meet Kellen Moore, or Kellen Moore, who is a still new coordinator, has to change his offense for Jalen Hurts. Either way, somebody's got to do a whole bunch of changing. You got a lot of great pieces. You got a great offensive line that helps. But I know that with the offensive line that you had last year, and you and I both know, Jalen Hurts, if his first read wasn't there, with that great offensive line, is ready to run. And that's what I said. That and your defense. And your defense, contrary, you got the new, Nick Fangio is the defensive coordinator, but you don't go from the 31st ranked secondary to all of a sudden being lights out. You'll be better, but I don't know that you're going to be a lights out defense. That's what, and I'm not trying to be a hater on it. That's what I honestly look on the outside and say. Yes, you have a lot of great talent. Yes, you have a lot of great pieces and stuff, but those pieces last year.
And
you still have to wonder. I still have to wonder about your coaching situation too, because Nick Sirianni was cut off at the kneecaps.
Yep.
Now, with the offense that we have, do we need a lights out defense, or do we need to be a middle of the pack defense?
It's funny, Leo. Last year, my offense had the 14th rated running game, right? We didn't have the outstanding weapons. You and I went through the exercise. Right. There was nothing on my team that you would take over the people on your team. But you know what's funny is, with the 14th rated running game, we were the number one scoring offense. Explain that one.
But listen to the question though. Does with the offense that we have, and I'm talking about this year, okay? With the offense that we have this year, that we're potentially fielding for this year, do you think we need to be a lights out defense, or do we need to be a middle of the pack?
Do you think that you're going to be able to jump from one of the worst defenses all the way to the middle of the pack? Because now I can say that we made a major stride from 20 to 21. But we still had a long ways to go. I will say our defense in 2013, we actually let go of Jason Hatcher, who had 11 sacks. We got rid of DeMarcus Ware because we were like 32nd in defense.
He went to Colorado. He went to
Denver. To Denver. And Hatcher went to Washington and then went back to being Jason Hatcher before. We improved from that 32nd to 19th. The thing that helped us was we were second in the NFL taking the ball away, but it still was not a really good defense. Not like you would really need for a championship run. And even and that was a major move to go from 32nd to 19th. And even if you do that, I don't know that gets you to the NFC Championship game.
with that same offense.
Yeah,
To be quite honest with you, Leo,
your
y'all got a
offense-
real young defense.
Very young.
Y'all young, dude.
To answer your question, Leo, I truly think that your defense might have to play a little lights out just to get acclimated to that offensive strategy in Kellen Moore the first year. You know.
Because the offense is going to keep the defense on the field.
I mean, just more like leave room for error with the offense, and the defense come out and be able to bail them out.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, that's what. But a middle of the pack defense does that. The offense, all the like, in my opinion, all you need with theoretically, okay, again, just theory here, but theoretically, when you look at that offense, all they need is just a couple of more extra series or chances with the ball than what they normally would have with their normal possession rate. You see what I'm saying? Just get them a couple of extra possessions. Because them dudes, that team is going to be able to put up, that group is going to be able to put up points and a couple of different things.
Drew, you say that Zimmer is proven, but the players are not. I dare say that we got more proven players on our defense than yours does right now.
The defensive tackles we brought in that are veterans?
Yeah, I would say that Diggs. I would say Micah Parsons. I would say Eric Kendricks. Those guys are proven.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. But back to this point, because I don't think you got to understand, because the Cowboys averaged 29.9 points a game. The Eagles averaged 25. We're talking about 4.5 points more per game. Scoring.
Yeah, but see, Mark, but here's the thing. We know what this Dallas offense is going to look like. We know the tendencies of this.
Drew, of course I have a double standard, dude. I'm a homer. A Dallas. Why are you expecting me to go ahead and say, oh, yeah, the Eagles, they're a great team? Dude, you're on a Dallas Cowboys YouTube channel. I am a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan. I am not going to say shit good about your team. Stop expecting that. Don't come in here thinking that I'm going to be, Eagle friendly. I'm not. Stop trying to get me to be that. It's not going to happen. Jeez. Shut the fuck up.
And for all intents and purposes, that's
me, Leo, Mark.
Drew up here. You got a double standard. Of course I do. I am a Dallas Cowboys YouTuber. I hate the Eagles. Jeez, Drew.
My man Drew, go ahead.
It's not
Drew.
like, Drew, look, I literally go on Dan Salio's show, and here it is. We got Philly 500 saying, well, we got the better secondary than the Cowboys. The fuck are you talking about? You were 31st last year. We have 2 All-Pros, and you're come on, bro.
Dude, there's a difference, Drew, because Zimmer has actually been a coach for us before and has had #1 top 5 defenses before. We know what we're getting with them.
I will say this. Zimmer, the advantage of Zimmer having coached in Dallas only comes from the front office up. That's it. Not with the players down. Because Zimmer has never coached any of these players. Well, I'm sorry. Zimmer's never coached these players for this particular organization.
Well,
so that's
coached 2 of them.
We don't know them, and that's what I was about to say.
But here's what's good though. He's got 2 guys that can be player coaches on the field with Eric Kendrick and Linval Joseph.
But we've never seen that yet with this group.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying it's not going to work, and I'm not saying it is going to work. I'm just saying we've actually never seen it. Just like we've never seen Kellen Moore with this amount of talent with this group with this organization.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But that also works as a gift and a curse.
Absolutely. It's same thing. Same thing.
So basically what you're saying is with Kellen Moore and all of this talent that he has, and I'm just trying to point it out that last year we went through it. You, to a man, said you'll take 11 Eagle players over the 11 Dallas Cowboys 100 times out of 100. Yet, somehow, the Dallas Cowboys offense literally scored 4.5 points on average per game than you guys did. So, clearly, there's something there that made the Cowboys score more points. Was it the coaching?
Dak Prescott.
Was it? You can't say that because
That's the difference.
No, because Trigger Trey should be starting so he can get that extra time because he'll be better than Dak Prescott.
That's the difference.
Look,
that's the difference.
I will say this statistically, the way things work themselves out, it's to be expected because you did 12-5 as of last year, 3 years in a row. You see what I'm saying? So that's a tendency. You see what I'm saying? So I don't have a problem with that. That's not, I'm not debating that. All I'm saying is that we've never seen this group like this before. Even when you were comparing defenses. You remember that, Mark? And I kept saying, wait a minute, hold on now. That defense from last year was not the same one from the year before. You know what I'm saying? It's two different groups. One was a goon squad, the other was something else. So with Dallas, I'm just saying, do you guys have enough weaponry or personnel on your defense to account for the offensive weapons that Philadelphia is going to be fielding?
More than enough.
You got to love Trigger.
Really?
Yeah.
More than enough. Look at that defense. You got to look at that. We have went 12-5 those 3 years in a row under adversity, under different circumstances, and they were still able to keep the team together. And you
including your quarterback one of those years breaking his thumb.
Right.
Okay.
And Zimmer coming in.
Think about that.
Yeah. And another one of those years, getting rid of two of your top three receivers and not replacing them.
That's true.
Okay.
What Cody saying? Cody, finish.
That's what's crazy. Because I want you to think about this. Name me, I don't know your players, okay? Do you have a wide receiver that's coming back from injury?
No.
Okay. How about, take your fifth wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That would be like maybe either John Wilson or Paris Campbell.
Okay. Take Devontae Smith in his second year. Paris Campbell is starting game day, and a guy who played 2 games in the NFL is your number 3 wide receiver. Dennis Houston, who's never heard from again. We had Noah Brown to start the season.
Right.
We had Noah Brown. We had Dennis Houston and CeeDee Lamb going into a second year. That was our wide receiver core.
Right.
Because we decided, we don't need Amari Cooper. We're going to take Amari's money and we're going to pay Michael Gallup, who literally was on one leg for 2 years. We got, for the money they paid him, 870 yards for 2 seasons.
That still
and that's
hurts.
why I'm like,
that still hurts.
Seriously, that's what we got for. I think he got $38 million.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you're talking about $16 million extra for CD. You know what? Pay the man. Just give it to him. At least he performed on the field. I know it wasn't good in the playoff, but damn it, he's. This is what drives me crazy. But I love this because Jay Tuck had posted yesterday on Twitter. I'm just catching up on it. He said, Trey and Cooper Rush are safe, but Dak's got to prove himself. Okay, Jerry. Got it. Okay. I mean, seriously.
He's only done that how many times?
This is literally where when Jerry said that, he was asked, well, are you okay with what you gave up for Trey Lance? Trey Lance, we gave up a 4th-round draft pick for him. Of course, I'm happy with that, although we did give up the second 4th for Dak Prescott and stuff. And it was kind of like, wait a minute. Are we saying that Trey Lance and Dak Prescott, that's same? Is that what we're at now?
All I'm saying is Dak Prescott wasn't meant to even hit the field when he got drafted. So what happened with him, that was lightning in a bottle, and they're trying to get it again with Trey Lance and not realizing that, hey, we may have messed up this whole deal. We may not get a return on our investment. But Jerry being so hard-headed, being so thick-headed, he is going to drive it home.
Yeah, he kind of can't say anything negative about him because somebody might want to trade for him.
For real.
He got to say, that was a good idea. Yeah, I'm glad we did it. I hope that's why he said it.
That is another thing, Darren. For real. Like, you expect these guys to come out in these press conferences like, yeah, he's having problems with accuracy. He's throwing the passes way too high. No, they're salesmen at the end of the day. And if we can get a third-round draft pick for Trey Lance,
ain't getting a third round for Sugar Trey.
Yep.
He's gone.
Yep.
Somebody is Taysom Hill still on the Saints? They might need another Taysom Hill.
Yeah, he played today.
Okay.
Why not?
Somebody could use a Taysom Hill.
He played today against the Titans.
You know, here's the thing. I said earlier, you know, after seeing Daniel Jones throw the 2 interceptions, I was like, Trey Lance is better than Daniel Jones. I'm going to say I don't know that I want either of them starting for my team.
Well,
I mean, that run was magnificent yesterday, though.
I give it to Trey Lance one.
Yes.
Look, all Trey Lance needs is he needs more coaching,
taller receivers. He throw everything high. He need taller receivers. He needs 7-foot receivers.
Get that boy vision test.
But actually, Leo,
get him a vision cone.
Leo, buddy, are you going to drop the 2 bills on Bet USA, man, and get that 125% match?
You know what, Mark? So glad you asked me about that because I wanted to tell you. I said I bet 20 cents.
20 cents?
Yes, I was trying to tell you. I only do the arcade stuff, like the crazy things. I don't do that. That's why I was trying to tell you.
Okay.
I heard you say it earlier. I was like, $20. I don't bet no $20. Are you kidding me? I don't do that, bro.
Bro.
It's not my thing.
But bro,
I'm sorry.
Bro, if I had your money, I'd throw mine away.
Which is why you don't have that money. Shit, what the hell? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, here's the thing, though. Okay, Leo, how about you do this? Yeah, see, I hear you talking about how you feel your team is so good, right?
Yes.
So you literally just going to rake in the dough.
Oh, Mark.
So wait a minute. Okay, so how many 20-cent bets do you do a week?
Oh, I don't know. It all depends. If I hear something, if I hear something like somebody's hurt, I'll go in and just make another 20-cent bet.
Well, listen, I know. Listen, after knowing how much you spent for plane tickets and talking about wanting to be in a suite in Dallas, you could literally just say, okay, I'm going to put $200 in, and I'll get a matching of $250. Mm-hmm. And you could go ahead and say, I'm going to put $20 every week on the Eagles with the found money. That's how the matching could work. And then
I know what you were saying.
And then you got $200 that you could go ahead and say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do like a $2 bet instead of 20 cents. You know, because $2 you can get a hot dog at 7-Eleven with now.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
No,
but you don't want that hot dog.
Oh, you don't want that hot dog. Okay. Well, now if you go to Pink's, if you go to Pink's, it's going to be a $14 hot dog.
The only reason why I'm like this and I say this way because I am scared of gambling.
You should be. If you're an Eagle fan, I can understand that you'd be scared to put money on. But see, here's what I'm doing though, bro.
The worst thing you can do when you gamble.
I'm putting my money where my mouth is.
Listen,
I'm putting $100 every week on my Dallas Cowboys.
I'm from New Jersey, and I have been outside some of these casinos when people have made some decisions.
Okay,
I've seen it when they've lost
what it looked like, and nope.
I didn't tell you to bet your house on it, bro.
Oh, yeah, there's been people that have mortgaged their houses and done that.
Oh, no, we ain't doing that.
At a $25 table.
No,
yes,
no. I'm suggesting that you bet responsibly, though. But if you do, if you are man enough to actually believe in your team, definitely check out Bet USA. And I'm not telling you to spend a whole bunch of money. Like I said, I
will, Mark.
Put a couple $100 down and stuff.
What I'm gonna do
because for me, it's
up.
the excitement of it, the thrill of it. And like I said, last year I did pretty good. I think I was up $700 by the end of the year.
What's the code?
Oh, it's in the description. If you go to the description in here, the link is right there. Click on it, boom. And I've already got.
I said I was going to show up one day with.
I've set up an account. I got $2,000 in there that I'm going to be betting on my Cowboys.
Oh, you already put 2 racks in.
Like
wait a minute, but they didn't match you because this was not during the promotion.
I didn't put the full 2 grand.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Okay.
And then y'all see this shit? Y'all see this? That's some Cowboy
again,
fans.
bro. I don't have disposable income like you, okay? You know? I don't have that much money, okay? So I got about $2,000 that I got to play with, okay? So, you know,
Bro,
it's all good.
Mark, listen, as much as you say it, I know you know what I mean when I say this. I ain't got no money either. I'm married too, bro. She control it all. Oh,
are you the same guy that said we should watch the game in a suite?
you talking about that? Yeah, no, that's different. I told you, I'm trying to do some.
Okay, well, I will say this much.
MacGyver this shit.
Here's the thing. Here's what I'll tell you. When you spend your money on the suite, you know what it has to say? You know what the money has to say when you spend it on the suite?
What's that?
Goodbye, because you got no chance of getting none of it back. But
no chance.
If your team is as good as you said it is, your money has a chance to double, triple, even quadruple. I'm just saying. There's a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yes. So. Yes. We Mark, I will show up one day with a receipt.
Okay.
I'll just show you. Okay. I'll just show you.
There you go.
I'm just, you know,
and mind you, I'm taking the over on 29.5 Dak Prescott touchdowns. And I think the over. And I'm thinking about taking the under on Jalen Hurts of 21.5 TD passes.
I say to take the over.
I'm gonna take the under.
Wait a minute. Jahan Dotson, Saquon,
Jahan Dotson, and oh my God, he was good in college, but he was ass with the Commanders.
But we don't need him to be that. We don't.
You know
need
what's
him to
so
be
fun? You know the funniest thing about your Eagles is you sign Saquon and you say, Saquon, you got to be careful of him because he's going to be injured. Well, we don't really need him to do that much. Then why the hell did you sign him?
No.
I keep hearing you guys every time there's a question about, we don't need him to. You sure didn't need those guys to do something last year when you won 6 or 7 losses.
We do. No, listen, what I say is we do not need him to be for us what he was for New York. Our whole offense is not going to. We don't need our whole offense to run through Saquon like New York did last year.
Like, Mark, I mean, you can make the argument like, let's say a Christian McCaffrey for Carolina. He stayed injured in Carolina because his role was so much. When he went to San Francisco, it was a different story.
Thank you. Yes, are you trying to pump him up angry? Are you trying to make me angry, Cowboy? Damn. Okay. It's kind of like people calling me Trigger Trey. Yeah, he triggers me every time he throws an interception. Okay.
Man, I'm telling you, when I used to watch football, if the Cowboys got knocked out and let's say New York was still in the playoffs or something, I would root for New York. Like, go ahead, NFC East. If Philly was in there, go ahead, NFC East. Go represent in the Super Bowl. Now, after seeing how a lot of Philadelphia Eagles fans treat the Cowboys, I'm like, fuck y'all. I'm sorry, my bad.
No. So David Saddy, shout out to David Saddy. Appreciate the super chat.
Them too, I bet.
Says, remember the Eagles made Zimmer retire after the 2018 season. Okay, all right. Well, we hear you. It was time to retire because he had been in Minnesota long enough. I'm putting my daughter through college and another one in high school, marching band. I need my money. Okay, Chuck. I can understand that one, bro. Like I said, never bet money that you have earmarked for other things. This is, this is extra money. This is, you know what? I'm going to take a chance. Do not bet the house on it, okay?
I just do those. Mostly put $5 on a 10-part parlay. That never happens, but if it does, that $5 gonna be like 800 if all those things line up correctly.
To the 70s fan, yes, but he's gonna be Christian McCaffrey busy. Christian McCaffrey 49ers busy, not Christian McCaffrey Panthers busy.
Okay, we'll see.
I done gave Leo an argument.
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Christian McCaffrey is busy in San Francisco.
Huh?
They be giving Christian McCaffrey the ball all the time.
No. That's why I made the distinction. The busy in San Francisco looks completely different than busy in Charlotte. You see what I'm saying? That's all. That's all I was trying
to. Here's the difference is because their offense It's kind of like remember when we got Darren McFadden? Darren McFadden was averaging like 3.6 yards a carry with the Raiders. But he came to Dallas and he started averaging like 4.5 yards a carry. The difference and the difference for San Francisco, because they have so many pieces, they're spreading the field out. And so he's got an opportunity to get to that second level. There's a big difference of being tackled in that first level when you're talking about 300-plus size men and getting into, the pileups versus taking, glancing blows from linebackers or D-backs and stuff. And there's a lot to be said about that, because if you don't have a quarterback that you fear, and we're talking about Daniel Jones and that offense, it's not spreading out. You put 8 men in the box, your career's going to be shortened. Shout out to David Wiley. David, are you ready for football season? I'm thinking about a Reuben sub for the first week.
But can you do that with an offense like San Francisco, like Philadelphia, like Houston? You know what I'm saying? Offensive that have, number one options at multiple positions. Can you really do 8 in a box like that?
You can't. That's what I'm saying. That's why. Okay. That's why he benefited from it, because he wasn't. If you were playing Carolina, you're like, we can put 8 men in the box all day because you don't have a quarterback that can get the ball downfield. And that's right. And that's the same thing with the Giants. I have to give you that much, that it's true, because Saquon was the whole offense. So we're going to shut him down, and we're going to force Daniel Jones to beat us. Daniel Jones ain't going to beat you. And that's the thing that, Brock Purdy, where Cowboys fans say, Jerry Jones is going to go all in to get Brock Purdy. Sorry. Brock Purdy benefits from the same thing, because there are so many different guys to stop. Somebody's going to be open, and he's being protected. But you saw when Debo missed 3 games, they lost 3 games.
That's true. And then they're talking about getting rid of Ayuk.
Chuck says, Leo, did you get your Eagles do Baker? Hold it. What did your Eagles do against Baker Mayfield? Wow.
Yeah, how'd they do against Baker Mayfield?
Oh, yeah.
I guess they did as good as we did against Jordan Love.
Make a Leo sub. It comes with the devil's lettuce. Oh, man.
Devil's lettuce.
I like that one.
Well, Chef David does some edibles, so he could do some edible bread.
I like that dirty Sanchez. I like that.
Oh, Lord, some dirty lettuce on there. Okay.
Yeah, that was dope. That was a good one. But regarding the whole Baker Mayfield comment, bruh, it's 2024, 25. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, so wait a minute. You want to move on? Well, hold on. You can't move on from last season and then trash us for losing in the playoffs.
When was the last time?
Hold on. You literally cannot say, "Oh, well, it's 2024, so we can't talk about us melting down, going down the stretch." But we'll constantly talk about us losing in the playoffs.
When?
That's all Eagle fans do. That's all you do.
Mark, me, Leo, no Drew. Me, Leo.
Leo, you, Mark. Okay.
I don't do that.
Okay.
Hey, come on, Derek. Come on, man.
No, I'm reading it in the comment section. And it ain't from you in particular, but I'm reading it in the comment section. Like,
cool.
We know Drew do the do.
Keeping it off of, me, Leo. No bad Eagle fan. Me, good Eagle fan. You know what I'm saying?
There's no such thing.
I'm logical. I can be
reasonable. There's no such thing as a good Eagle fan. Oh, Lordy.
You know what I'm saying? Look. You guys, right now, this 2025 season is going to be one for the books. Mm-hmm. Only because of everything that was going down or didn't go down during the off season. To be quite honest with you, nothing for nothing, because y'all been saying it. The Dallas Cowboys increased in value $500 million.
And got even cheaper.
Increased and it increased $500 million in what I'm thinking is a state of chaos. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking that front office is chaotic. I'm thinking everything, the way contracts and all that stuff are not being done or being done, the ownership and everything, and y'all still increase by $500 million. I'm a little okay. You know what I'm saying? Got that. Then, you know what I'm saying, we're going through our own, change of scenery here because we just got rid of our offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator again. You know what I'm saying? We're going through another change. I do believe that Jalen Hurts, to Mark's point, to everybody's point, I think Kellen Moore has actually been working with Jalen Hurts to create this offense. Hence that strange answer of 95%. Remember that, Mark? When he said 95%, nobody knew what the hell he was. Everyone kept saying it was a funny answer, and I think that's because he's actually been working with Kellen Moore to create this offense around him.
Right.
And then everything else. So yeah, it is what it is, man.
Okay. All right. Well, we've gone on for quite a bit, and I just got back down here, so I got to get a few things taken care of and stuff. I got to spend some time with my lovely bride and things, and we can go on for hours with Leo just, patting his team on the back and letting you know how great they are, and he can just keep on smoking and getting high. But
no, Mark, you know what it is?
The
Philadelphia Eagles are not in as much trouble with me as they were at the end of last season. That's all.
Okay.
They're still in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Just not just as much trouble. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay. That's it.
That's it? That's all?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, I saw accountability, all the things I need to get over it. Unlike the San Francisco 49ers.
Uh-oh.
Okay, let's talk about that for a second, Mark. Let's really talk about that. Let's
fired.
Talk about that other franchise, because if we're going to talk about accountability and everything like that, how is it that Mr. Irrelevant is your starting quarterback? How?
I want to know how it is.
Everything that y'all gave up with all the
Trey Lance. I'm still trying to figure out what y'all saw in him. I'm going to be honest with you.
With all the draft capital that he was, Mr. Irrelevant was just a camp arm. That's all. Kyle Shanahan don't like Brock Purdy. And I wouldn't be surprised if Brock Purdy did end up in Dallas just to be on some shit. I swear to God, Kyle Shanahan does not like Brock Purdy. You know what I'm saying? I know we was making fun about it earlier and everything like that, but I really wouldn't be surprised. It's not that totally out of the realm of possibilities, because Kyle been trying to get rid of his ass even after they went to the damn Super Bowl. He was not a believer.
They're going to have to shit or get off the toilet after this season.
Exactly, because they're going to have to pay this man.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, what I want to know is that with all the draft capital that organization has spent in the last few years, with all the money that they spent on Trey Lance, Jimmy Garoppolo, Alex Smith, all these people, you know what I'm saying? How come and it was Mr. Irrelevant? Where's the accountability?
Sometimes you get lucky.
Who got fired?
Nobody.
Exactly.
They were in the Super Bowl last year too, so there's that. That's what saved them.
No, they just let go of the defensive coordinator after a year he was there. That's all they let go after that.
Yeah.
No, he got a head coaching job. D'Amico. Mufasa is in Houston.
Yeah. Right.
No, the DC for San Fran got fired.
Yeah,
Got let go.
or whatever his name is, starts with an S.
Oh no,
Yeah, you're right.
Whoa, wait a minute, hold on. The guy after Mufasa?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. All right, see, I didn't know that. But he wasn't the one who drafted Brock Purdy. What I'm saying is after you spent draft capital,
3 number ones and a third.
Thank you, Mark. Yes, shouldn't there be some sort of front office accountability?
Wasn't that Lynch?
Somewhere?
I think Lynch was the one that made that decision.
Shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Where's the accountability?
Well, I can't talk about accountability because I've been having Jerry Jones for the last 30 years. So
right. But see, the thing about it is that Jerry Jones, nothing for nothing, as much as we make fun of him and everything like that, I will say that he does take when it comes to it, he takes accountability.
Huh?
Right?
Thank you, Angry. Huh?
Say what?
Don't he don't he be having like the woodshed moment? What is it? We gotta go out to the woodshed.
No, because he blames the team. He blames a team that didn't have linebackers and defensive linemen that lost in the playoffs that couldn't stop the run. He's sitting here not paying people because the Cowboys failed in Green Bay. And it was his dumbass that didn't look for a linebacker when Overshown went out this time last year. And here we have Deron Bland that goes out. Oh, no, we're not going to look for anybody else there. No, what? Okay, so, you know, he's not taking accountability for it. He's blaming the players, which is the main reason why I still say that Dak Prescott will never go anywhere, because Dak Prescott doesn't throw them under the bus. And when it all comes down to it, if the team doesn't fail, because here's the thing about it. The Cowboys are relevant enough to keep you watching, that everybody talks about them, right? And when they lose, they don't go back and say, Jerry, you know, you suck. They say, Dak Prescott, you suck. Dak Prescott is worth $100 million to the Cowboys organization. Do you think the Cowboys would be as worth as much as they were if they weren't in the playoffs the last 3 years?
So we can say that Dak is a contributing factor to that evaluation, that half billion
What
evaluation.
player out there is talked about more than Dak Prescott in the media?
Leo throws curveball after curveball, man.
What? Come on, coach. Come on, bruh. Come on, man.
I be paying attention to you, man.
Come on, man.
Look, he tries to act like, me, I'm Leo. I'm your best buddy. He's a Trojan horse in here. He's basically cutting you down with a smile. Oh, I'm your best friend, you ugly motherfucker. You know, come on, man. We know how that rolls, man. We know how that rolls.
Oh shit! I'm just saying, you know, like, look, I'm just, you know, observations. That's all. It's all observations here, and I am genuinely curious as to how you guys can continue to operate this way. How?
It's hard whenever your front office doesn't want to give you the pieces that you need in order to succeed. It's hard. You have to win in spite of your front office.
Right.
You got to do more with less. And that's one of the reasons why I'm thinking, like, is Dak going to stick around? Because you can go to a franchise that just adores the work ethic that you put in, as opposed to wrestling for your money every time you got to get paid down in Dallas.
And look, if you are CeeDee Lamb, why would you give in early? Because you've seen the track record. They hold out, and then give you the most money at your position. So why would CeeDee Lamb do any different? Why would he sign?
There's plenty of examples of why the holdout is a successful strategy in Dallas.
To get paid, not
Zeke
for winning.
hold out, he gets paid. Zach Martin holds out, he gets paid. DeMarcus Lawrence said, I ain't getting surgery till I get paid. He gets paid.
Yep.
Why would you, if you CeeDee Lamb, why would you give up now?
But I think ever since Dalton Schultz, Jerry has learned that, all right, I can use you and use you and use you, and then draft somebody that's going to probably put out the same production as you in a couple years, and get more work with, you know, a younger person with less money.
And to me, I think Zeke thought that same thing. That's why he held out. Because if y'all remember, that was Tony Pollard's first year when they drafted Tony Pollard. And then Zeke immediately held out.
Wait a minute.
I think Zeke knew that.
He held out the Tony Pollard's rookie year.
And you gotta look at that. The players got love for the Cowboys to go through what they go through, man. That's love, man. You know, even though they hold out, but they don't walk away. They don't want to go to another team. They're not trying to get traded. They love the Cowboys. You know, Dak loved the Cowboys because he could easily go somewhere else with a no trade clause. You know, he could do what he want to do. He ain't letting them do, you know, what they want to do to him. He still got leverage, but Dak loves the Cowboys. He's a Cowboy by heart.
But and to add
So
on
this
to
has
that,
got to be heartbreaking. Then this has to be heartbreaking for him. Or
he
is this
gon'
business as usual?
he gonna sign. It's hard.
Let
It's
me
hard for him
explain
to go.
something else to you, okay?
Okay.
I have been blessed to have met some really cool players and do some really cool things. That's originally why I started doing Facebook posts and stuff, because of my wife's job with United Way and working with NFL players and things. One of my favorite players that I swear I wish, if I could go back in time and say, sign 2 players, which I was on record as saying, it would have been Calais Campbell when he left the Cardinals.
One on the Saints.
Okay, because I was on that band by people like,
I'm
he's
back.
too old, he's too slow. And DeMario Davis. And DeMario Davis loves my shrimp and grits. And he was at my house for dinner. I did an interview with him, and I remember talking to him because I was like, he was leaving the Jets and stuff, and I'm like, the Jets was a team that drafted you and everything else. And I was like, do you not want to leave the Jets? He said, here's what you have to understand. He said, at the end of the year, I get a 1099. I am my own corporation. He said, whatever team I go to, I am going to give them my all. I'm going to bust my ass in the off season to make sure my body is right, and I'm going to be out there. I'm going to be a team leader and everything else. But he said, you have to understand, in the end, you are your own company.
Yep.
And that is the truth. So if you're CeeDee Lamb, you have to understand. And you look at the track record and say, this is what the Cowboys do. They don't want to pay you. They got no problem with cutting you when you're not viable, right? And where everybody said, oh, you should take a team-friendly deal. What is friendly about what the team does for you? They charge you for lunch, They will trash you in the media and throw you under the bus. When we don't need you, we're going to find a way to try and cut you and not pay you. With Randy Gregory, you wanted to put a clause in there to say, we can get money back from you. So why, when you have to go out there and literally risk your neck, you have to do things that the average person could not do every week to stay on the field? Why should you take less money? Why should you say, let me look out for the team? Is the team looking out for me?
Yeah. When did it become incumbent upon them to have to bear that thought process?
And the thing is because people keep saying, well, the Cowboys won't have any money. Well, you know what? Is that CeeDee Lamb's fault? Is that his problem? I have a certain set of skills that I only have for a certain amount of years. You screwed up with Zeke Elliott, and we had to pay dead money on it. You screwed up with Michael Gallup, and we got to pay dead money. You got to pay $8 million next year for Michael Gallup not to be on the team. So you're telling me I should take less money because you screwed up on somebody else's contract? That's your problem of running a business.
But Mark, and I believe Angry said something one time, and I want to say it might have been Derek at one time or another, but we talked about the money that was going to be coming, that was going to be loosening up in the coming years, right?
It's Luna.
And when you're talking about, we keep saying, what was the order again? It was CeeDee, Dak, and then Micah, right? When you look at the money that's going to be made available in the next 2 to 3 years, you know what I'm saying? Is with the way you guys do things, is there even any hopes that you'll be able to still be able to build beyond that, or are you just going to be working on getting these guys through their rookie contracts?
When somebody comes through,
I see you angry. I answered the question, didn't I? I answered my own damn question, didn't I?
Now I'm going to say, and here's what I'm going to say. I am probably the last person that should be saying that they should get every cent, because I've had 2 instances recently where I looked and I said, I can't let somebody do you like that. I had some friends of mine that just bought a house, and they had a company come through about refacing and putting new countertops out, and they wanted $28,000. I'm like, man, bro, I can't let you get ripped off like that. So for half of that money, we were able to get new appliances, granite countertops, new cabinets, paint the kitchen, and do the floor. Because I'm like, that's just too much money for it. I got another friend who's a follower here, okay? Got a house that a tree limb went through that is his parents' house that they're getting ready to sell. And they came through for a 24 by 6 inch tear in the roof, wanted $2,800. And it was like, bro, that ain't but 4 hours worth of work and $150, $200 worth of materials. I can't let you go out like that. You're just getting ripped off. So, I mean, that's where I look out and say that is too much. But as a football player, you have to make as much money as you can for the rest of your life. Because most players, when they're done with football, they ain't making any money. Now, granted, we look at this and say, well, you're talking about $60 million a year. Well, you are the cream of the crop. There's less than 100 people in the planet who can do what you do.
Right.
So there's a premium on that.
Right. What happens when they're no longer screaming your name? And you have to think about, like for me, Mark, I told you, who my business partner is. And so I find myself being someone who has someone in their life that is no longer in the league anymore. So now we're at afterlife care. You see what I'm saying? And the challenges that he has, you know what I'm saying? Sensitivity to light at times or what have you. He's still dealing with the lingering issues from his time in the league and everything like that. All these things, and I'm of the opinion, like these players ought to get what they can, because their aftercare after they're no longer playing is going to be
100%. But you remember how Brad Johnson is younger than I am, and they were saying, because Brad Johnson had where he literally said he had about 10% of his gripping power and played in a game. It was about 10 years ago. They were literally saying, his kids were saying that his grandfather could move around better than him. His biggest thing was, if I can just get out of bed. And so you think about this. Now, see, the NFL is more, we're going to do things reactionary, not because it's the right thing. We're going to do it because we need the perspective that we're doing the right thing. So remember when they had the concussion whole, aftercare that they came out, we're setting them aside all these millions. The amount of players that actually were able to get compensation, and I'm trying to remember, was it Wes Welker, that they literally denied him because they said he couldn't prove that his knee injuries were because of football.
You're talking about there's a game. It's all you got to do is turn on the game and practice.
With black players, they literally said that the cognitive ability was lower to start with than yes, they had to settle this suit. So they were saying, well, you don't have a high cognitive ability right now, but because you're an African American person, your ability started out lower than other ones, and denied. So if you start thinking that they're not looking out for your interests, why is it that everybody expects for those players not to try and get? Because I guarantee you don't go to your job and say, well, my company's having some financial problems and stuff, and they could use the extra money. I'll go ahead, I'll take $5 less an hour. You ain't doing that. Hell, if they make you take a reduction in salary, you're stealing money out of the register to make up for it. Right?
Yeah, but see, the thing is your company. But here's the thing: with the way the NFL does it is, it's like, imagine your job telling your coworkers that your salary is keeping them from being able to pay
there
other.
You know
what I'm saying? That's the Froggle Noggle bullshit right there.
Right.
Like, come on. And that's why. And then you have people saying things like, Dak should take a team-friendly deal. No, the fuck he shouldn't. He should take whatever the hell he can get.
Here's the thing, though. You reap what you sow. The Cowboys, after year number 3, remember, he was a 4th-round draft pick, was getting $680,000. They could have said, you know what? Let's go ahead and do you a contract after year number 3. He got $2 million that year because he got the playing bonus from the NFLPA. They decided we're not going to go ahead and do the right thing. Literally, the backup quarterback was making more money than Dak Prescott. The kickers were making more money than Dak Prescott. They had 3 years where he only cost them $2 million, and they still no, we're not going to do that.
And they didn't do nothing with it.
And then after that, getting him for his 4th year for $2 million, they franchise tagged him. So you had to play on your 4th year at the end of your contract and take all the risk. Then your franchise tag, you're taking the risk again a second time. If you end up being disabled that you can never play again, well, we appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. It was great having you here at the Cowboys. We're on to the next guy. And here we are, the possibility that he's having to take the risk 3 times. So why would I give you a break when you didn't look out for me? When Colin Kaepernick thing happened, he took the company line. He ended up basically siding with you and being the guy for the team. He has not been the one that's trashed the organization when you got rid of Amari Cooper and Cedric Wilson and literally gave him nothing to work with. He never trashed the coaches or anything. He has done everything he was supposed to and taken all the bullets for you. And now you're saying, well, you should be making less than Trevor Lawrence down there. What the fuck is she talking about?
So tell me, and my original question was, what variables are you all of you? This is for every single one of you except for Ginger. You know what I'm saying? But what variables are you using to project your record? What you think your record is going to be? I know some people said 11-6. Some people said 12-5. What variables are you using? Because with all this, and what has the Dallas Cowboys shown you that would make you come to believe that you will be whatever you think the record is going to be?
Chuck, I hear what you're saying about why should an athlete get paid more than a soldier in military. Well, the reality is that's a business, the NFL, and because of what they do, that they make the Dallas Cowboys worth $10.5 billion. So understanding without the players, there is no business, and they're just getting their share of the profits from the business. It doesn't seem right, but there's only 2,200 NFL players. That is a $20 billion a year business. So that's not very many employees, and because of the collective bargaining agreement, 48% goes to the players. So it is that kind of business.
And just so you know, because I've done this, you know what I'm saying? For military, and those who are there is a way where you make the big bucks, you know what I'm saying? And that is once you get out, then you go work for a defense contractor.
Okay.
Because I was a contractor for a number of years, and that's where it feels like, that's the only time in my entire career that I felt like the money matched the suck of the job. And that's it.
All right. So that's where we have there. And I mean, that's my opinion on it because like you, I've seen a lot of players after football and what they've gone through. And when you think about if you're working in a company and you get disabled and stuff, there's going to be a settlement and they're going to take care of you and stuff. If you worked in an asbestos factory, you may be getting millions. You're not getting that in the NFL. And these guys are literally putting their life, as we've seen a guy literally die on the field, out there every single play. So
Angry, what's your projection and why?
I don't know. I say the floor would be 10-7 season, and I see the ceiling being 12-5. But the reason why I can say that is because, like, there's been some comments talking about the past 30 years. In the past 30 years, the Cowboys haven't done this, but what they have done consistently for the past 3 years have taken shit and made sugar.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Throughout all the dysfunction, everything that's going on in the front office, doing more with less, paying people that shouldn't be paid. Michael Gallup still have been 12-5 for 3 consecutive seasons. Through all that dysfunction, through the zoo that Dalton Schultz talked about. What would make it any different this year? Like, what were the players that we lost in this past offseason that would make it so that, oh my goodness, they just suck this, Tony Pollard? So I think we're in good hands as far as Will McClay and what they've gotten through the draft and how we've addressed the areas, especially at the linebacker position. We may suck at defensive tackle, but they've addressed a lot of areas, and in some areas they've made it better. So that's why I'm thinking floor 10, ceiling 12.
Okay. I respect that. I totally respect that. You know, same thing for you, Mark. Those same reasons.
Well, here's what I look at. The fact that we actually have linebackers is going to help our defense. Okay, I look and I look at honestly, I'm going to say on my secondary, even with Bland out for several weeks, I still look at my secondary and say we've got a really good secondary.
Right.
We didn't have shit as far as linebackers last year, and we have a much improved linebacking core. I think our defensive line, I know we lost Dante Fowler and Dorrance Armstrong and Hankins, but with Lavelle Joseph and with Phillips, I think you kind of fill that in, and I think Mozzie Smith will be improved. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how my edge rushing will be, but Marshawn Nealon looks really good as a rookie, and you ended up bringing in Carl Lawson. I don't know how much he has. There's some questions there because he was injured last year, but he's definitely hungry and wants to make a move. If those guys are good on the edge, and I can actually use Micah Parsons as my wild card, that's going to be a game changer. And
now, are you going to keep Mike? Are you going to make Micah the off ball linebacker?
Micah is going to be coming from all over the place. So when the here's what would be great, as opposed to Micah Parsons always being over there as an edge rusher. If I'm a quarterback and I got to come to the line of scrimmage and I got to look and see where's Micah Parsons, because he can wreck the play from wherever he's coming from. That gives the quarterback something else he's got to think about.
Mark, I just got to say, because I would be remiss if we did not, if no one didn't say anything, but you do know that since Micah is saying I'm going to fall on the sword and wait till next year to get paid, what is he getting? What is he going for? Oh, he's off-ball linebacker or defensive end, because that's a good issue. Question. That is something there's a reason why I'm asking these questions the way I'm asking, because there's some things that are going to, like, you will be paying attention to this year versus anything else. How many snaps does he take at what position? Because come the end of the year, he's going to be demanding that you pay him at the highest. I tell you what, he is developing and being the team leader. And if he ends up getting that defensive MVP, it doesn't matter what position he is. Okay, he's going to be. He is going to be getting be the highest paid non-quarterback if he ends up continuing to roll. So that's where
last year he was. Yeah,
that's where he is on a mission to get that MVP, because it's like, you know what, I'll wait another year because the price is just going to go up even higher.
Oh wow, he's trying to get paid. Okay,
trying to get paid and trying to win. Because here's the thing with everybody there. If you win a Super Bowl, and this is where I said, if Dak Prescott wins the Super Bowl, he's a Hall of Famer. That's literally the difference of not winning one.
I would agree. I actually would agree with that.
And that's where I would look at it and say, you know, if I am Dak Prescott, I would be with the Cowboys and say, listen, are we going to be about winning a Super Bowl and doing everything we can to get there? And if you are, if I take a lesser amount, what are you going to do to help me get that Super Bowl? If you're not going to do anything with that, if you don't have a plan to say, hey, we'll take that extra $10 million and we're going to use it to do this, then I'm about getting every nickel I can out of you or going someplace that I can. Because at this point, to me, Dak Prescott has made enough money to, you know, to be his great grandkids don't have to worry about money. So my thing is at this point, Dak, you have to figure out how you're going to get that Super Bowl.
Yeah. No, that's actual fact right there.
Yep, because Tony Romo's still doing commercials.
Right. Well, and of course,
and got a
games.
job. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
it'd have been hard for Tony Romo to get that job if he wasn't the Cowboys quarterback.
Right.
There you go. It's the great thing of being a Cowboy.
And that's still the enticement of saying, do I want to go someplace else? I would rather win it here with the Cowboys, because then you're up there. It's, Roger Staubach, Troy Aikman, Dak Prescott.
Oh, well, if you're the one to end a 30-year drought, I mean, look at what happened in Philadelphia. The dude got a statue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The man got a statue. So he didn't get cut. He got
not that year, but
he got cut. Yeah. And that was when Andy was, because Andy was the one who drafted him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like when you think about what Mark is saying, the reward, you know what I'm saying? And is it worth it? That's entirely up to what Dak thinks, But I just don't. I'll wallow in you guys' misery, I guess. I don't know. I mean, and I ain't trying to be disrespectful. I'm just like, God damn. Like, God damn.
All right. It is after 7 o'clock, damn it. I was trying to get out of here a half hour ago, man. Damn.
Oh, man.
All
That's
right.
Leo.
It's freaking Leo and shit, man. Damn.
Me, Leo, no Drew. Me, Leo, no Drew.
Well,
Lee
Can I say
should.
one-
I appreciate all of you guys. And Ginger, anything I can
you
do to
good
help out
people,
with the
Leo.
channel, let me
No,
know.
I just wanted to say one thing about Micah Parsons. You guys should try to get him, because even you guys playing us last year, we cannot figure him out at all, and he's pretty important on that side. So
Yeah.
I'll just from outside looking in, Micah was difficult to figure him out.
He'll be playing for us. He'll be playing for us in the next few years. No big deal.
Hey, let me collaborate on Dak right quick. Just one thing
What's
real
that?
quick about Dak. Now, we know that Dak is going into his second season with the Mike McCarthy offense. He was in it 1 year, his first year with Mike McCarthy running things.
And it started off slow.
It did, but 36 touchdowns and over 4,000 yards. Now you make the decision on what's going to happen this year.
If he just plays like he did, from week 6 on, you're talking about 5,000 yards and about 42 TDs. Okay. Because it was the first 5 games was bad. It was just bad. Well, offense was like CeeDee. And what's crazy about CeeDee Lamb is when A.J. Brown was making all of those 125-yard games and everybody was talking about how he was going to break records, at that time, you had CeeDee Lamb with games that were below 53 yards a game. It was like three or four in a row. And everybody's like, man, CeeDee Lamb, we thought he was the number one. He sucks. And then all of a sudden just went on this tear. So, yeah, if that offense continues where it left off, bro, it could be scary. All right?
They're going to turn Jalen Hurts into a passer. He ain't going to be a runner. No cush push.
You got that right. All right, so
gentlemen.
So I'm going to be seeing the receipt from Bet USA from you right there, Leo. And in fact, okay, I guess Leo's bird section. Okay. What, has Leo smoked so much that he's done fallen off the chair? Well, definitely, y'all. If you are into gambling, definitely check out Bet USA because they are good people, and I definitely appreciate the sponsorship from them. And we are going to go ahead and get out of here. We will see you guys tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Eastern. We should be probably beginning of cuts being made, so be prepared. They could start happening at any point, and I appreciate you guys. I think I'm going to end here on Brother Rashid.
Tell them.
Love y'all fans. Y'all good, man. Y'all make good internals.
Don't get on top of that blue giant thing.
Yeah, get on top of that.
Sam, what's up with the world?
Giant fan is on top.
He's on top of the roof.
And we got a better picture now because I'm on top of the world. And he's on top of the roof.
He's on top of the roof.
Grab off and he gonna fly off. He's gonna be the ornament. Oh no, don't worry, I'm gonna get ready to do it. On the way back home.
That's right. Giants fans on top of the roof.
Yeah. And you know,
Spam the comments, please.
You know why I'm doing this? To give you guys some pleasure. Because you guys have picked horribly. So you can laugh at me because you guys still suck. Okay.
New York State and Giants fans just got on the roof of the RV for you guys.
Hey,
for you.
Some happiness in your life. Oh, we got a lot of happiness. Y'all were miserable last night. Y'all pulled out of that stadium. Y'all was with your head hanging down. God damn it, Dylan, you been doing bigger deal. I'm giving y'all a smile. Put a smile.
Wait until week 2. Wait till week 2.
Week 2, yeah.
Put on a happy face, y'all. This is for y'all. Y'all made me an instant celebrity. I want to thank y'all. This is why I did this. Y'all made me instant celebrity.
Week 2, you won't be happy.
Hey, who's gonna block Saquon? We picking him up in the draft, buddy.
It's too low, it ain't no Cam. That's not enough.
Hey, the Giants fans out to kill himself.